coffee stain. Hello everybody, welcome to another one of my coffee stain videos. Today I am going to teach you how to put blocks on mobs' heads and different types of mobs and different blocks. So we're gonna start out by putting them on zombies' heads using the Zombatron 5000. Okay, now I have a spawning and a killing command under here, and that'll help. So first we're gonna start off by showing you what it can do. So this command can help put anything on the head, because you see I hit the pumpkin button and it put a pumpkin on the zombie's head. And I could do that with the watermelon or the dispenser. That one's kind of funny because it has a face. But any of the blocks will work, even the ones that are a little bit smaller, and the ones that are a little different looking, even the ones that are different shapes, they will turn out differently. Like this one. This one's pretty funny. It looks like the zombie's wearing a mohawk. It has a mohawk. But even transparent blocks will work, like the leaves and the glass, and any of those will work. So I can show you what the command looks like. So this is what the command looks like. Now it starts out using the replace item command, and that's just one of the commands. And then you do entity, and it will that knows it's going to replace item for an entity. And then this command right here, this part of the command @E is as it says right here, to target all entities. Now we just want to target the zombies, so you could do this bracket type equals zombie, and then for this part right here, you got the x equals -863 and the rest of all of that. But for this part right here, that's just the coordinates that I have my zombie on. The coordinates that he is over there. Now you can tell what coordinates he's on if you hit for most people, if you hit the F3 button at the top of your keyboard, and it will pop up there showing you what you have for coordinates on the block spot. But then you can figure it out. The coordinates I have on there will are for where I have the zombie. So where you have the zombie will most likely be different and change. But and then you put the coordinates in the X spot, the Y, and the Z, and that's the order they come in, the X and then the Y and then the Z. And then after that you come back here, and R equals 1. That's the radius. So the radius in which the command was executed. So if the command block right here was just having it said right here, then the radius, if it was at like 3, it could reach out to 3 blocks. But if I was on the 4th block or the 5th block, then it couldn't reach me or whatever you're trying to get. Now if I go over to the next spot that says slot.armor.head, that is the slot armor head. That's where we're putting the block, because the block is on his head. But if I were to make that slot.armor.chest, then we couldn't put a block on the chest, because it wouldn't work, because blocks don't go on chests. So we if I switch the slot.armor to from head to chest, and then I made the stone chest plate, then it will work. It will put a chest plate on it, but only the stuff that the chest can have. But for now, I just do this stone, and then when you execute the command, it'll put the block that you have in that command on the head. Now, it doesn't just have to be the stone or the pumpkin or the cactus. It could be any block or most blocks. It could be even like the this clay stained, the quartz. It could even be like the diamond ore or the diamond block. It could be anything, like anything, any block. But if you go to the items, like any of the flowers or anything, then you wouldn't see it because it would be inside your head. But if you go into like 1.9, 1.10, or 1.11, then it will go on top of your head, because that is the update they made in 1.9, and that could look cool, especially with the end wad. It can make it look like you're a unicorn. If I come up to this command block and I hold down the control button and then I hit the backspace, it'll give me the command block. Like if you hit backspace on anything, it'll give you the block that you just were looking at. But since I held down the control button before I hit the backspace, it gives me exactly what was inside the command block. So like things like signs, if you do control backspace and you put it down, it will also give you what that was, and you don't have to type it back out again. But for the command blocks, what I did was what I'm doing is, if I get rid of this part, if I back out of this part and I go from at E to at P, it's going to target the nearest player, okay? But since I'm in single player mode, there's no other players here. But it can target me. And it's really cool because the blocks just don't have to go on the zombies or any of the mobs, but it could also go on people like me. As you see, it says the replace slot 103 with 1 stone. Now I think 103 is the coding for the head in the Minecraft codes. But as you can see, if I go in my inventory, you can see the block is there and it's on my head. And it's really cool because you can do this with any block. You even do this with the like the glass, with the glass block, and it looks like you're an astronaut. But if you try to go into your inventory and you take it off your head, you can't put it back on. You have to use the commands to put it on, but you can take it off. The command doesn't just only work with zombies. It can also work with stuff like skeletons and a couple of the other mobs. And if I put him down in that same spot and I use the same command, but I come here and I change the zombie to skeleton, and gotta make sure you capitalize it. Skeleton. Okay, and now let's change it to something else, something more fun, like something like the leaves. Okay, and now when I hit this, it says it changed it, and as you can see, it also changed it on the skeleton. So zombies aren't the only thing that it could be on, zombies and players, but it can be on the skeletons too. And the villagers, I think the villagers could also do that, and a couple of the mobs like that. But that's a really cool command, and I think that's just about it for all the commands that I have here to show you today. Thank you all for watching this video. I hope you guys liked the video, and if you did like the video, there's a little button on the bottom of the screen that the little button on the bottom that says like, or it's a thumbs up, and if you hit that, it'll add up the likes for me, and we can try to get a lot of likes. And if you like to see videos like this, you can go to my channel and then hit the little red subscribe button, and it will show you every time I make a video. It will pop up in your it will pop up in the side, and then you could see that I made a video. You haven't watched it yet, and you could watch that, and you could watch them, and it'd be cool. But I hope you guys liked it. I'll see you in the next coffee stain video that I make, guys. I'll see you later, and goodbye. Subscribe to my channel for more cool videos like this one.